Hello anyone and everyone watching this evening. I think it's been a little while since I streamed on this channel, and it's nice to spend a Friday evening coming back again. If you've watched me stream before, you'll know a little bit about my character, who is currently drenched, and you may know that I recently acquisitioned a plot of land from the Jarl of Falkreath for helping him deal with some problems in the land. I don't know how I feel about how I attained this property. I'm very happy that I have. It's a beautiful property that I've managed to put together. But the acquisition of the property was very odd. It was literally just doing one thing for the Jarl, and then I got this property, and he's a very young Jarl, and his grandfather, I think, lives in town. It's something very odd going on here with how he got the place so easily. Anyway, Kathra in the last day managed to get a house call as a fellow follower to work alongside her, and I found a bandit's den just beneath my home. So although I'd intended to go and do something different in the game, which was head over to Whiterun and Bleak Falls Barrow, and go and get this Dragonstone, I ended up spending the whole time clearing out Den of Bandits, and in doing so I decided that although the place was clear, the network was still there, and I spent, I guess, a few days really with my house call building on from the very small building here at Lakeview, and I'm making it much bigger so that I've got more of a place for the house call to stay. I don't want to say servant, so I'm going to have to say sub-follower, and a library to store my books, because literature and Kathra absolutely go hand in hand. Otherwise she's never going to know who she is and why she's here. So without further ado, Kathra is going to head straight over to Riverwood. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I think I'm probably going to go this way, and is going to head over to Bleak Falls Barrow. And the reason she's going to do that is to find out a little bit more of her life. I should say that I did download a mod called Follower Tweaks, which meant that my follower would ride a horse at the same time. Unfortunately, the recommended mod that was mentioned last time to ensure that I never lose my horse and my follower rides a horse is not available for the PC via the method that I download the mods, which is really frustrating. But I did find another one. Bought a horse for my follower, only to find that it didn't work. It's possibly still somewhere completely different. So my poor follower and the dog are staying with me. Let's talk to these people on the way. I hope everyone watching is okay, by the way.
Need something?
Lonnie's a salesman, huh?
Aye.
Lonnie,
What
Murdoch,
now?
Yes?
and
Need
Odessa.
something?
No, but it's interesting that you three are travelling together. So Rhea is, I've spent one day with Rhea in my company. I'm very happy to do so. She's great, she's strong, she's quite serious, but she's a woman, and Kathra has found that Skyrim is a land of prejudice in some respects, racial and cultural, and she wants to see, amongst many things, what she can do about that. If by a fluke you are someone watching who has never seen me stream before, I'm trying to play this from a role-playing point of view. Whoa! Bandits, okay. Okay. That's interesting to say that Helgen will gets repopulated by bandits. Makes a lot of sense, really, doesn't it? trying to follow the dog. He's chasing. I've lost him. Okay. That's one dog who knows how to take care of himself anyway. So all that's left in Helgen is some scorched remains. Oh, someone is still here. Okay. Ah. Let's go up. There are peoples here. I hope that the house call is okay. And there's some more over here. Wow, there's loads of them. Okay, I better get down there. I didn't really mean this to happen in Helgen actually. I thought it wasn't here so long ago, so I thought it had been cleared. There we go. I'm finding that spell... they're all stuck, that's the problem. I'm finding that spell casting is proving extremely difficult with followers. Mainly because we're all stuck, I see. Okay, let's have a look. I might have to take these on my own. Out and around that way, looks like. Oh, there's even a sign, look, that Helgen is overcome with bandits. A corpse outside, you'd think I'd be a bit more observant, really. Okay. This is where I lose my horse. Alright, let's go through. That's why the dog went this way, I understand now. So sorry to leave the dog alone. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Right, after all that, I should explain about Barbas. So Barbas is part of the reason Kathra's gained the confidence that she has to that's good.
Let's get going.
I'm just going to give her... Let's see if I can do this.
I'm at your service.
Let's name this. I just want to give her the backpack if I can. Nope. Is it here? Yes, okay. Wonderful.
I will protect you.
Okay, so we were on our way to Riverwood to get to retrieve Dragonstone. So while we're doing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why Kathra is here and why she's choosing specifically to take on this quest and why I'm playing the game in this way. Just in case you don't know, I didn't notice this before. I think that's new and it's a nice touch actually, considering I wasn't long here. Although you could argue that actually I very much was away from here a long time ago. Okay. I'm being a bit cautious as well and leaving the horse because it's just basically so difficult to find a horse, and yet I know that coming back another day it will be there. The horse just finds its way home every time. It's a good horse in that way, but it's a terrible horse in the way that Although I like the fact it doesn't fight in battles, I don't like the fact that it's incredibly difficult to find it the following time. Anyway, Kathra is on a mission to do two things. The first thing that's kind of taking her in shock and has upset her quite a large amount is the fact that... Sorry, I'm just about to... this is... No, you don't need to fight me. What is going on here? I don't really want to fight anyone at this point. Why can't I just... Why would you... Okay. A storm cloak that would attack me, that's interesting. Why is that? It's the only one alive there. There, that's where I want to go to Bleak Falls Barrow. And the reason I want to go there is because there are 4 aspects to Kathra's life that she's confused about and just is lost in since she's come to Skyrim. When she came to Skyrim, having installed the Live Another Life mod, she found that she arrived here with no understanding of where she is. I need to start a fire really quickly before I get into any trouble. That would not be a good start to this game. I'm gonna die, I think. Of hypothermia, or at least pass out. Okay. I don't really want to stop here for long. I'm hoping that I can just stay here and it'll keep me warm. Let's have a look, shall we? So the four aspects of Kathra's life involve the daedra, dragons, the Skyrim itself, and magic. And these 4 aspects have come into her life since she's arrived, just through pure accident. It's been really nice, and it's been a really lovely part of the storytelling exercise. And the dragons kind of came out of nowhere and were a part of her life that she never saw coming. The aspect of magic she felt in her guts the second she woke up in this world. And let's have a look. No, I don't want to do that one. And the daedra she can't explain, but it seems that's fantastic. Okay, it seems that they've chosen her for some reason. I've had several encounters with the daedra in the last few weeks and little knowledge as to why this might even be. And it is uncanny that the game has lent itself to this kind of element. But it really has, and it's made the game really exciting because of it. So this leads to a quest that I picked up where one of the daedra, if I find the quest for you, Daedra's best friend, here it is, Clavicus Vile, has asked me to get his axe back from Barbas, but I decided that I'd almost arrived there. I think I'd got to past Rorikstead over here, and then Barbas saved my life here, and I decided there's no way I'm going to give up this dog, and that I'm fed up of the daedra controlling me or trying to manipulate me, and so I thought I'd keep Barbas with me as a companion. And since then I've had a lot of luck in fighting, because my character's not very good at magic at the moment, and he feels like a talisman of some sort. So Barbas is staying at the cost of me upsetting a Daedric Lord. But why they're interested in me, I don't know. So it's something I want to think about in terms of telling a story, but I also want to think about in terms of the character development as well. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to... there we go. I was about to say I'm not going to be able to move. And here's me thinking being in the south of Skyrim would make things easier, but clearly not. And I don't think I've got the stamina to make it to Riverwood in time, which is extremely frustrating really. I know that's the way I've got to go. If I had my horse I could move, couldn't I? I'm still freezing. Let's just check. Still freezing, still drenched. Let's save and take a chance and skip forward a few hours, because the last thing you want to do, and I want to do, is sit down and just watch this. Watch me get warm. So I'll wait for a couple of hours to get warm. See what happens. Okay, so the fire is still going strong, and I'm still drenched, I'm still freezing. Okay. And it's only midday. Okay, let's have a look at what I'm wearing to see if there's something I can wear that will make me a little bit warmer. Don't think there is. The Mother's Ring was something that I crafted as a player, but state that my character found in the one backpack that she had when she turned up. She knows it's her mother's ring. She doesn't know how she knows that, but it's important. And as a player, I currently don't know how it's important. I just know that it is. Okay, people, I think I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to go. This guy's still here. I know I haven't got enough material to... No, it's not going to work. Okay, back to the fire we go. I'm going to have to... Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is part of a mod that I downloaded and chose to download, and it is great, but it can be really really frustrating if you're trying to play the game in some respects. Okay, it's fine. I know what I will do. I will put out my tent, because I'm pretty sure this is what they were saying, and I'm going to upset everyone by putting it on the road. Try that again. And it looks like I'm just going to have to just going to have to wait it out by the fire. Let's have a look. Okay. This is a perk that I picked up, which means it'll burn for a little bit longer. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm probably going to have to sleep. That's a odd thing to do. I'm not going to sleep. My character wouldn't do that. My character is going to sit and is going to wait in here for several hours to see if I get warm. And while I do that, I can tell you a little bit about one of the first things that Kathra has considered since the last time I played, which is a relation to Galerion the Mystic, which is something I read in a book. And this Galerion the Mystic, from what I read, he's related to the Psijic Order, and the Psijic Order are a group of people that seem to be the original holders of magic in some way. And she also knows that she's got something to do with them. Okay. Let's go. Let's hope that that's it. I'm just damp now. Brilliant. When sitting in the tent in Skyrim on a Friday night definitely isn't good enough to watch. Find a different way around it. Okay, so brickfall barrels, coals, and hopefully Kathra can find out a little bit more about how she's attached to the dragons in some way, why they're vehemently kind of hunting her down. It's not the way I wanted to go, but it is the way I'm going to have to go, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's literally there, okay. Let's go this way and hope that it's not too big a drop. So the reason I installed the frostfall and hypothermia mods was to kind of bring in an immersive element, but sometimes the game can kind of really slow down in terms of playing. I don't mind playing it that way, but it must be quite dull to watch. But you know, that's making it a little bit more real, really. And I guess it's that question of what do you do, at what cost do you want to do these things, at the cost of the role player, at the cost of making it feel real. Something to think about, actually. Okay, so I'm looking for a torch, just so I'm not descending upon the people of Riverwood in the dark. I've only met them once, and I do not want to scare them. They don't really know who I am. I am a stranger, but I did help one of their people here. Chicken there to greet me. Okay. The storm has passed anyway. And what is the time? Let's have a look. Almost 10 o'clock. I just want to see what I'm like. I'm still damp. I think my character is going to try and find some wood.
I heard Lucan yelling the other day about a thief breaking into a store. It wasn't me, honest.
Young man, you should probably be in bed. Okay. I just want to find somewhere to chop some wood, because I saw how high up Bleakfall Barrow was, and I do not want to get caught in the snow. It will probably kill me. And I also want to make sure that when I go up there, my ascent is quick and swift, because if I get caught in a snowstorm of any sort, I'm in trouble. And the last thing I want to do is dive hypothermia up there. So I think Kathra is impatient to get along, and she might spend an hour inside the inn just getting warm, making sure she's not damp, but after that she's going to go up. So let's look at the inn. I've not been in Riverwood at all. Well, I did say once fleetingly, and that was it. So it's very odd playing the game this way round, and having missed out on an awful lot of what is in the the original playthrough. I'm just trying to find out where the... Oh, I am dry. That's a sign then. Okay. So I'm going to be a bit risky this time, and I'm going to play a little bit on Kathra being tired but frustrated that she's been caught by the weather. And I think Kathra's going to make a mistake. She's going to... go up to Bleakfall Barrow without the horse. And a lot of this is down to the need to find out her story. She's going to do something she shouldn't do. So what I want to do is just put that there, and I've got to think how I'm going to get up there. There, that path looks good, doesn't it? So, to find a bridge. There, that looks quite good. If I can get there. She even realises that as she's doing this, this is a really silly thing to do. But as I say, she's just impatient. Mashi, Julie, good evening. A pleasure to have you both here. Welcome to Kathra being impulsive for the very first time. As a player, I'm desperate to go to Vale because the last time I went, I didn't have time to stay. There was no reason for her to stay. But this time, Kathra just really wants to go. Oh, it's a drop, that. She wants to head over to Bleak Falls Barrow. This is a really silly thing for her to do, actually, because... And I realise I'm starting to possibly sound ever so slightly odd, arguing with myself in this game, but it feels right that the character wants to do this. And she's even jumping through water in the middle of the night, which is not a wise thing to do. I quite like the fact that she can't get up. It's proving the point that this might not be a good move. Okay, let's have a look at where I am. Back there. That's interesting. So even that land is saying, don't do this, don't go up yet to Bleak Falls Barrow. Okay, let's have a look. I am right in thinking it's that way, aren't I? Let's have a look. No, I'm not. It's way over there. Alright. Just going to try one more time. I hope people watching tonight are well. I can see there's a few people. Kathra is on her way to Bleak Falls Barrow for the first time, and she's got some helpers with her, and she's trying to slowly discover her past, who she is, why she's here, what her connection with the daedra is, why they're fascinated with her, and why within her she has an unquenchable desire to be drawn to magic, the arts of magic, and she's scared that this draw to magic is to potentially to the dark arts, and she really doesn't want that to be the case. Okay, we're heading up. Maybe it was the right thing to do. Maybe sometimes you have to take those struggles. That is not a good sign. I said, didn't I, that this place could challenge her in this respect, that the elements could take her, and the elements have taken Kathra before, so... okay.
I'll try and make this quick.
Oh, goodness. For the house call. Okay, so... wow, she's a wonder.
I'm afraid of him.
This is the problem of being a mage. It is, how do you help? There we go, that's how. He's got the advantage. I usually, as a player as well, I've usually always played I don't want to search or anything like that, and I don't want to stay here all night. I want to get away. Phew. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm not coming up here to look for more things, I'm coming up here to look for a way further on, of which there is none. Okay. But there is gold. What am I going to do? Well, I'm definitely going to have to get my torch out to see where on earth I'm going. And I'm also tempted to call something to me by shedding as much light on me as possible. You can see that at the moment Kathra's not got any weapons out or anything like that. This is due to her just suddenly appearing out of nowhere impetuousness. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if she can call on some other magic to find a way. There, that's the way. Okay. So the clairvoyance is there in the wind. Snow. Okay, she's well aware that there could be anything up here. And every time she's run to Bleak Falls, to any barrow, she's uncovered something really sinister that's told her a little bit about who she is and where she's from.
Someone there?
Okay. Loads. Crikey. Alright. It's so hard to see anything. Ah, it's a grave robber, okay. Thank goodness for Barbas. Who are these people? And why is my magic doing nothing to them? It really is doing nothing. Okay, let's try something else then. If that's not working at all, I'm gonna have to try a blade. And this is very unlike me. No, even that's not working. What on earth? See, now this is why you have this is why you have a daedric dog with you. That is doing nothing, is it? What is going on? Wow, and I'm being hurt to high heaven here. Okay. It's very difficult to even see anything in this fight at the moment. Let's see if I can find my healing. And then let's see if it's something else that you need to kill these things, because I was doing nothing to them at the moment, otherwise I've got to run in. Whoa. Okay, let's try that again. These guys too, they're not dying either. It's like they're impervious to fire. Ah, she died. Okay. That's something that's not happened to me in a really long time, actually. I wonder what was going on there. They were all overtaken by something, weren't they? I'm hoping Kathra is thinking that. Wow, this is a long way to keep going. Okay. Hang on, I'll just check where that save is. That's a really long time since that's happened. I just want to see if there's. No, that is the last time. That will serve me right for not saving. And I am. Let's have a look. Well, I'm so sorry those poor people that have kind of sat here, watched all of that, and then found that that's happened. I guess what I've learnt from that as a player is don't be impetuous. You should have just stayed, you should have gathered your resources, and you should have gone during the day. So, let's see if I can pack up a tent, or lay out a tent I should say. And this time, let's do this properly. So this time, I will sleep until very early in the morning, hope that I wake up not freezing, go back to Riverwood, maybe go to Vale, and find... I don't know what on earth happened there. They were impossible for me to kill. That was absolutely fascinating. I think my character as well is probably thinking, is it because I've got Barbas with me? Is it something I've done? But why was that? This is going to be difficult, isn't it? I've got to have to run to Riverwood and not die from hypothermia. Okay, let's pack up. Let's get out the torch. Oh no, my character is not going to make this. Okay, let's look at where we are. So, all my character can do then is try and get as close to Riverwood before she passes out. There. Right down there. But the descent is too steep. Okay. Again, that impetuousness is going to cost her life. She doesn't learn, does she? And wolves. Those people that have watched this for the very first time and haven't played this before, Kathra woke. Kathra woke to this world being devoured by wolves, and this is her idea of an absolute living nightmare at the moment. Come on, Kathra, you can do this. You're so close. Come on, use your wits. And use your magic to make it and learn your lesson. It's a good idea, Julie. It was some sort of premonition. That was scary though. I've never encountered that in the game before, where literally I just didn't seem to hurt this person at all. She's made it. She's made it. Okay. Whew. Bad dream or no, she's happy to be in here. And she's putting everything away. The last thing she wants to do is being seen drawing swords.
Are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch.
The first thing I'm doing is speaking to this
Did
person.
you hear me?
We got rooms and food. Drink, of course.
So the first thing I can do for this man and for myself is to
Drink
buy
for
some
the
food
thirsty,
and drink off him.
Food for the hungry.
The last thing I'll do is open my... Let's have a look. everything's going to look good to her at the moment. But she doesn't want to appear arrogant by buying up to everything they've got.
Yep, ale's going bad.
Okay, let's
get
give
it.
some food to Raya.
Just make sure an honor to serve you.
She can't be fine like well, I'm hoping she's well, but to think that she's absolutely fine, but I'm taking off her here would be quite bizarre in terms of character roleplay. Okay.
Very good, ma'am.
Let me know if you want anything.
I'm going to just sit down.
Around here, so.
What? What on earth is going on here? I can't really fight because I don't want to hurt anyone here.
Last mistake.
Someone there? Come on. Son of a...
Okay, I guess if I'm going to fight, I'm going to have to fight with a sword in here. No. Because I could set the whole place on fire. Either that, or I could heal people.
This should be good.
That scavenger got up from nothing then, didn't it?
No more. I yield. I curse you.
There. Okay. What on earth? He's got anything on him to let me know? No. What is going on here? People breaking into the place.
Be careful.
People falling asleep on the floor. Kathra just needs to gather her strength back. Okay. Let's eat. I don't know, Julie. I think... I don't know where they're from. Possibly...
Let's get going.
Raya is a person of quick decisions and quick needs. Let's have a look. I am fine. It does.
What can I do for you?
It does make sense me going. But what's the time? Yeah, I think I might take her advice. The only thing I could think of. More again. Ah, okay. This I understand. I've seen vampires coming left, right and centre, and it's the right time of day for them.
Well done indeed.
Okay. This place is falling to pieces. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's try this again after the mentioned dream, shall we? Certainly, hopefully, our arrival has not been seen as a bad sign, but rather we've been seen as helpful. That's all I can hope for. Right, over to the lumber mill to get some firewood again, and this time I will save. I have installed 1 or 2 mods, but they're nothing to do with all these really aggressive encounters. Well, I didn't think so anyway. Are now looking very badly, very poorly for the lumber mill. I think I'll head over to Vale and then go from there. Vale was somewhere where I'd wanted to go, but really I'm looking for wood and resources. I wonder if ice is the answer rather than fire, but I don't know. I'll have a think. Now, Vale is a mod that I downloaded, and last time I came here I didn't really get to look around. This time hopefully nowhere is locked and I can have a look. And
what do you need? What is it? We need to do something about these vampire attacks. sure use a warm bed right about now?
Okay. So I've come at a poor time. I was hoping there would be somewhere to just, like this, just cut some wood.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Let's have a look around.
What is it?
If not, aha, here we go. It would probably be a really stupid idea to just move on. Okay. So, Cathra's dream of these doomed figures. I like that idea, Julie, of them. Every time I die, it's a vision. That's a great one. I'm going to keep that one, I think. I'd spoken about Cathra's visions and the Barbas that she's been to, and maybe she's thinking there's some definitely she must have something in her past related to magic that are pulling the daedric princes from oblivion towards her, because they just won't leave her alone. Let's have a look. So when she's heading up here, she's hoping to find out a little bit more of that story. I'm just going to save this part of her life. Yeah, I'll show you. It's a very good point, actually. I'm currently Mr. Disorder. I am doing the Bleak Falls Barrow, and it's hard to say. I'll just turn off all the quests. I'm not the kind of person that just likes them all ticked on so I can see where I'm going. But actually, focusing on one at a time is possibly better for looking at the map anyway. Anyway, I think my character is deciding that she's going to head off, and in this kind of vision that she had, she is pretty damn frightened that that's going to happen again. And I'm wondering whether the best thing I can do is run in, because I've literally no idea how to fight something that I can't hurt.
Well, that's taken care of.
I have got a staff, which I think that's got charges. Let's have a look. Yep. But I'm worried that the fire did nothing, because all this will tell me is I don't have the capacity as a wizard to even enter Bleak Falls Barrow. And what's interesting is that as a player is I'm thinking that's kind of one of the first quests I ever did. So something's happened. I've done something to affect that, or as Judy points out, I've installed something that means going there is really hard. My character, though, is wondering whether it's something to do with the dog, whether she's annoyed the Daedric Prince enough that he's sending things in her way, as if to say, I asked you to do something and you're not doing it. You're defying me, and the more you defy me, the harder you're going to find it to survive in this world. But she said she would remain defiant, so defiant she will remain, unless it kills her. Okay, here we go again. That's absolutely beautiful. Haunting, but beautiful. So I guess she's thinking, well, when I was here last time, I had an encounter. And will that encounter happen again? And if it does, shivers will go down her spine, because she'll think, am I replaying a role here that I don't want to happen? You'll notice that for some reason I'm currently not sneaking around.
Now ain't this
Whoop.
right?
to know where all my followers are. Over there. Where's that even coming from? Here.
Tell me what you've got.
Your friends were there in the end. Where's the dog?
Well done indeed.
I did. Save, that is, Mushy, yeah. And I will continue to save because this is going to be interesting. It might need me to go back to an older save and then play out of the game. This time I'm not going up there. I'm going to follow the route. I did see Barbas, but he's gone. Where did he go? I'm sure this was the way. Yeah, I think they're great too. Again, the magic kill cams I'd never used as a character because I just played people that fought with bows from a distance, and this kind of the role-playing element is helping me. I've got a feeling I'm heading right back down. Yeah. So the route is from Ebenvale, is it? Okay. Playing from a magic point of view and trying very hard to not pull out a sword is making the game challenging in a really different way. Not from a role-playing point of view. I guess it is actually, but certainly from a gameplay point of view. Where on earth did I go last night then? I must have gone up there. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let's try this all over again, shall we? And this time, let's try... yeah, let's try conjuring that again. That was an upgrade that I got recently that I really liked, which was I'm just gonna have to, because that's like the limit of what I've got is the firebolts. Okay.
What was that?
Let's see if I can draw something out with this with my familiar. There. And no Barbas, which is really worrying me.
You think I'm afraid of?
So the bandits died. Whoa. Okay. Where's that coming from? No, gosh, that died immediately. Whoa, okay. I've got to go. This is terrible. I've left everyone. I've left my follower. I'm still being chased. Crazed Explorer Gisargo. Okay. I said, didn't I, that I'd just try and run in. I'm hoping this isn't dream number 2. That would be rubbish. Okay. Let's try that again. Whoa. I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to go in one more go. And then my character's just going to have to try something different. Go somewhere different until I can work out what on earth is going on. Because they are really, really, really tough. And I've lost my dog. I've lost my daedric helper. Certainly calling on the familiar to pull everything to me was a bad idea. Yeah, much double premonition. I know, it's bizarre, isn't it? I think I'm just not meant to come here this time. But in terms of the storytelling element, I need to get in there. The only thing I can think of doing that would make sense to Kathra is to head back to the Wizard's College and learn some more magic and find out a little bit more about herself. Or, dare I say it, take the dog back. Yeah, those two elements do work. I realise that I've possibly got in my hand 0 spells that are going to help me. I could use the Atronach to pull them off guard, and I'm a bit nervous about. I'm going to save it, but I'm going to save somewhere different. Okay. Now I know that I'm literally on top of the barrow. Oh no. Oh no, that's she's with me. She's with me. There. They're all coming. Okay. I'm just gonna see. No. Okay. Let's go. I'll call my follower and tell her to come, but I've got a horrible feeling she's going to die as well. Okay. Let's have a look at using a staff then. Ancient Shoulder Varg. Okay. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Let's put these things away, because at the moment I've currently just got to run for my life. And there's 4 or 5 of them. You know, if I had the dog, I'd probably be an awful lot better. Okay. These guys are terrible. Let's... Inflicted grave robber. I'm glad I'm feeling a bit thirsty, but something tells me... Can I do it that way? No, I'm gonna die. Okay. Oh, I thought I'd cleared the way. Okay. Yeah, well that's it. What is? Okay. So she's going to get to this point at Bleakfall Barrow and she's going to say, you know, something strange is going on here. I'd better go back. I was hoping I could sneak all the way around, but it appeared not. They're waiting on the steps. So let's see if I can take my dear friend with me, and let's see if I can't find a different part of the story to take. I really don't want to lose her as well. Okay. Not a problem. Let's start here. This is how the whole evening has felt like. Battletoad evening. Storytelling wise it's going to be easy to come up with, but thinking about what on earth they're doing there and why they're there is something I'll go and check. And I think you're right in thinking that this could be a mod problem more than anything else. I was playing around in Creation Studio earlier today, so I think my character is thinking maybe I need to go somewhere else. So instead I'm going to head back down the valley. Maybe the answer's in this battlefield. I did say that one of the things I would do instead is head back to the college and to do so I do need to remove some quests. So let's leave Big Falls there. Let's get rid of this one. And let's keep that one in case this is the problem. I need to keep that one, that's one I've done. And I need to keep that one. These are connected to the college. I actually don't need to keep Break of Dawn. Urag, that's the one I need. And find the stolen books. Okay. Maybe what this character needs to do is just leave this area completely and find herself. Yes, Mashi, you could be right. And if so, there, it could be the Deadly Mosses mod, couldn't it? Maybe I need to uninstall the Deadly Bosses mod and come back and try that again. And if so, does that mean that that encounter is really hard? Thank you for looking. That I will I will get rid of that when maybe until I'm a bit higher. That would make life an awful lot easier. Maybe what I should do is save, play this game to the point where I go to the pathway to peace, because I think she's definitely looking for that. Certainly the last few nights that she's had, she's found difficult. Crikey is the fact that there's a saber-tooth just about to turn up. Okay, that was quite pretty. And maybe this is a sign. Those of you that don't know Kathra and all the other games that I've played leading up to this game, Kathra was saved by a giant in the very, very first game. She'd been attacked by wolves. She woke up and she ran. It's a really good mod to that live another life. And she ran into a giant camp because it's the only thing she could think of doing and I could think of doing. And a giant came and killed the wolves. And the giant's been here at the bottom of this area, and me talking about feeling tired and not knowing what on earth to do on the wrong side of a mountain, considering going to head to the pathway to peace. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think what I'll do is take us there. I'll look at getting in, and then I might close at that point. Uninstall the Deadly Boss mods, thanks to the beautiful, wonderful Mashi for finding that out, and go back and begin again, or maybe just. Now this is interesting. This is something my character just wants to try out of sheer interest. Astronaut versus astronaut.
Victory for now.
Okay. Forgotten that it does that. They explode, don't they? And I think that will be a nice way to kind of close it. I'm so sorry that this, once again, I get told off by Julie, rightly so, for saying sorry all the time. But it hasn't been the most flummoxingly beautiful kind of evening of fighting and running and adventuring. But it has been a learning experience for me and for Kathra, because she's learnt that to be impetuous in Skyrim is a dangerous thing. She's learnt to start listening to these dreams that she's having. Thanks very much for that, guys. And she's also learnt to not install mods that she shouldn't install. Maybe I've learnt that one. Certainly the kind of the storytelling element lends itself to these kind of situations. I wonder if as a gamer I'd have done what Mashi would have done and gone looking and thought, oh, I'll just uninstall it and forget it. Or whether and gone in and there would have been a different experience, whether this is a nicer experience because of it, because now I am interested in Kathra kind of taking this relaxation because she's just been shattered in the last 3 or 4 weeks of the game, I think. You know, she's always been fatigued. She's still not found her place. She's still not found peace with, again, those people that have watched the game for a long time. You'll know that Stenvar was her first follower, and she's still not found peace by putting him to rest. Maybe this is a sign that she needs to find some level of peace before she can move on to the next step of this journey. I think I quite like that idea, that is it. And maybe when she's at this place, Pathway to Peace, maybe she'll find something that's missing in her. And as if by magic, right? You can't get more perfect than that. Barbas turns up. Okay. Then she is sold. She's going to head to the Pathway to Peace. Hopefully not die in the way. And this is Ebon Vale, by the way, for anyone that doesn't have this mod. It's a really beautiful place. But judging by the time I've actually got time to be here and to maybe look at something. I think
by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
no one's open. It's because it's too early, isn't it? Let's wait for a couple of hours. Okay, let's have a look. I don't want to go to the inn, I want to go to...
Hi.
Someone who might sell... This sounds pretty good to me. Some magic. Some tomes of magic.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Marek has a pet hare. Okay.
Need something?
What have you got for sale, Marek?
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Let's have a look. Books. Backlash. Wow, that sounds quite hard actually. Bound Battle Axe creates a magic. Okay. I think I'm going to take the bound, and I'll explain why later. Conjuring Avenging Wraith. Conjure Dramero Turl. When killed, Dramero is summoned under control of the killer. Deadeye Captain. I think I'm going to take this Conjure Avenging Wraith actually. No, I don't want that. What's this? Creates a ring of cushioning magic at the target location and cast takes. That's really good. As is that one. Okay. Let's take that for now.
All right then.
Okay. The bound one is all to do with my skills. So when we go to magic, I actually kind of upped bound weapons. So learning bound weapons is important because it's a way of me being able to fight from afar, which is something my character has to be able to do at the moment. Because I'm trying to not do that whole jumping in, attacking. Let's have a look. My character isn't married at all yet. She's just spending too long trying to just find her feet. Let's have a look. If I go to books and then the bound sword and bone spirit. Okay. And then if I go to magic and then find these things, let's have a look. You can see that I've tried as a character to be more in league with the conjuration as well. I thought it was interesting that bone spirit was a healing one, a restoration spell. Okay. No horse though, people. I've still lost my horse. But the skies are clear, and I'm wondering if it's completely warm. I did wonder whether I shouldn't be wearing my travel cloak. Okay, let's have a look at the weapons. There we go. Alright. What I want to do is if I say that I get rid of all of these as suggested at the beginning, and I just have the pathway to peace up. No, okay, I'm obviously too far away at the moment. Let's have a look where I am. There, alright. Let's go. One of the things that could have saddened me about playing the game and streaming is I know that the game probably appears really blocky. A lot of that is due, all of that, sorry, is due to the bandwidth that I'm playing on. I'm hoping in November to switch to something like Virgin, where the bandwidth is great, certainly better where I'm living, and then hopefully I can stream and you can enjoy seeing the game in as much glory as it is. I would record the game, but to be honest, there's some people on here that I really enjoy sharing the game with, and recording and then uploading, I'd lose all that, and the idea of playing the game in that manner would lose the kind of storytelling element that I'm enjoying. An orc, having killed 2 saber-tooths. We need to sort this person.
I am waiting for a good death. Yes, were I to simply lay down and die, it would not please Malakath.
Why do you wish to die?
My time has come. I am old, too old to become chief. It would be wrong for me to take wives at this age, so I will die. Malakath has given me a vision of a glorious death. I am to wait here until it finds me. As you can see, it has not yet arrived.
Well, this is what I think. You don't look at all to me. Certainly you're a strong, capable warrior.
Indeed. One should find his death while he can still call himself a proper man. We Orcmen are not like these Nords and Imperials who carry on until they are gray and feeble and their hair falls out. To cling to something past its usefulness is unseemly. How much more so when that thing is you? You should leave. I don't want you scaring off my good death.
I think I'm going to... Can I place a marker here? Appears not. Okay, that's a pity. I wanted to remember where this guy is. I'll kind of make a note, because Kathra, first thing is, men are a bit stupid. Why would he want to do this? But secondly, there's something in his honour and his pride that she finds appealing. But she doesn't think she's strong enough to be the person to do it. In fact, she knows she's not strong enough to be that person to give him that death. But he could be doing things, he could be... What on earth is that? This is going to be... That thing's huge. This is going to be one of those things again, isn't it? The whole... It's a deadly boss mod again. Okay, let's see what I can do. I want to try... Where's that orc? That's all I can say. I wonder if I can build it, bring it over to the orc. Let's have a look. I have favorited it. Okay. Let's have a look. Well, I might as well do that first, I guess. And then what I wanted to do was also bring up the bound weapon. There it is, the bound sword. Great. Ah, okay. So it's attached to me. Yeah, we're never going to kill this thing again. So you're absolutely right. Well, maybe we are. No, we're not. We're really not. Where's Barbas? We need him. Okay, I've run out of... Here we go. Come on. Might get somewhere with this. She's doing a great job. Whoa. This is a tricksy wolf. Fantastic boss mod though. Ah, don't run away. No. That was the orc. Okay. Let's get that thing back out. We might manage this. Oh, now the orc comes in. Okay, fair enough. Well, here's your death, orc.
Come on, show me what you got.
Oh. That would be just my luck, wouldn't it? That's what it is for me too, Judy. Sorry. It's fight and half. Come on. What else is there? Wow. Where it was carrying that, I don't know. That is a lot of gold. Ah, I see. Right, and now we've got more. I don't really want to fight again. Come on, orc, get your death. Nope. What is going on here? 2 bosses for the price of 1.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
Okay. And the dog turns up. We might be onto something now. This guy is incredibly hard. He's going down. These guys are incredibly tough.
Pray to Stendar while you
What is she doing? Ah!
I'll show you what a real.
Okay.
Come on, show me what you got.
Okay. Let's try it with the bound sword.
You don't have a chance.
No one gets
Ah, no.
Show me what you got.
I will destroy you.
These two are stuck. What is this sword here? Ah. I'm trying to see the sword but can't get out, and now I'm stuck. Ah, it's like a ring. Okay.
This ends now.
Come on, show me what you
Okay. Come on. This guy's incredibly tough. Oh.
That's all you got.
He got his death. No, don't get yours. Oh, okay. I can see that I'm going to have to go back to the no, I think that bound sword was doing quite well. I just need her to fight at the same time.
Come on, show me what you've got.
Okay. Come on, Barbas, do your bit. Whoa.
I'll see you in pieces.
Come on, come on, come on.
Victory is yours.
There's no way you're getting it from this.
Victory. For now.
And a wooden mask. Okay, Raya. The first thing I'm going to do... You just want to go to the pathway to peace. And then... I don't know, that's a really good point. I'll check, read Deadly Boss Mods and whether it'll affect anything. Honestly, the amount of fighting that's gone on, I wonder if I could take them on. Just to pull them away one at a time. I want to give Raya these amazing, this amazing armor for fighting so bravely for me. Okay.
Lead on, my thing.
And we are not parting ways at all. The bound sword was not what I thought it would be. This is beautiful, isn't it? The swords in the ground. Crazy Deadly Boss Mods. You know what? I don't even know if I'm going to uninstall it. That's too... That's 2 bosses I've killed. Sorry, I'm writing a note. The Iron Sword. I'm going to take it and I'm going to honour... Okay, there's a floating rabbit. Take that. I'm going to honour the orc. He had a good death. I'm going to take that iron sword, I think, and light him with the other iron swords. Well done, my friend. You got the death you thoroughly wanted. Now, after all of that, and me thinking I would be selling you guys short on a dullish evening, we've encountered giant wolves and almost unbeatable men, and now we've got someone at the top here who looks very similar. Did I just load then? I did, didn't I? Instead of save. If I did, I'll stop there, it's fine. I'll go through that again and get to the same point with you guys, if that is the case. Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is let's have a look. I'll run through that again and save here. Oh, how frustrating that I did that. Okay, what I'll do is I'll do that again, and you don't have to watch that. I'll do it kind of once I've kind of logged on. How really frustrating. Never mind. I'll take as a storytelling to the front of the Pathway to Peace. And thanks to everyone for joining. That's kind of the most I've ever had watching in one session. All glorious 6 of you. And as I said, it's nice having you along. Thank you to all newcomers as well. And I hope you enjoyed it. I generally stream Friday nights, but we'll try and look at other times. If people have got other times that they would prefer, I might be able to work around those times. Otherwise, take care everyone. Kathra will be at the Pathway to Peace the next time she sees you, and I'll certainly read about the Deadly Moss mods and see what happens, although I don't know what I'm thinking at the moment about whether to remove them or not after those 2 encounters. So, take care. Kathra wishes everyone well, and I wish you a really good evening. The night is still semi-young. Go and do something nice with it. Take care everyone. Bye.